Hey everybody, this video once again brings us back out to Winter Garden, Florida. And the reason why I always park too close to this stupid tree. The reason why we are back here in Winter Garden, Florida is because, of course, we're gonna be doing some thrifting here at the Winter Garden Goodwill. Been about a week since I've last been in here. Pretty excited to see what they may have possibly gotten in. As I always say, a week is plenty of time to restock those Era releases, those Criterion releases, those Scream Factory releases, all that stuff. Vestron, you know, all that good stuff that is sitting right over there on a shelf waiting for me to pick up. All the good, obscure horror, right? So, all right, we're gonna pop into the Winter Garden Goodwill, see what we can find, and hopefully, definitely, we will find some amazing deals today. Who knows, maybe even a Vinylmation or two. You never know. All right, let's go into Goodwill and see what they have, and we'll find something good today. All right, so gonna start things off here in the Disney section. Look at the Beauty and the Beast print. Oh my gosh, look at the castle. That is awesome. That's Disneyland Paris. Oh yeah, Disneyland Paris. That is cool. I don't need that. I don't need that either. See, I love all these like art prints, but like what would I do with these? Nothing. I have nowhere to hang those, nowhere to put them. I'm gonna pass on them. I should get the Vacation Club hat. That's pretty cool. Look at the Captain hat. I don't need more Disney hats. I have one Disney hat. It's good, and I honestly forget to wear it 95% of the time I go to the parks anyway. So probably don't need another Disney hat. There's a Dorb. A Star Wars. I think that's Luke Skywalker, but I don't need that either. And there's a Princess Leia Dorb, which I also don't need. Look at the cool like Disney photo album. That's pretty awesome. Wedding photo album. That's cool. Brand new, factory sealed. If we actually had physical prints from our wedding, maybe I'd want to get that, but it's 2025. Nobody does physical prints anymore, so I'm gonna end up passing on that. All right, they got some interesting things here. Whether or not there's actually any Vinylmations or anything like that, I don't know, but they do have interesting Disney things. And it's now that I really have to talk myself out of buying things, because do I need this amazing spaceship Earth that's kind of actually falling apart? Oh no, it's broken. That's why it's falling apart. Somebody must have dropped this. That is a shame. $40 for that. That's pretty cool, but it's broken. It's not even worth picking up anymore. They do, however, have a spaceship Earth plate. That is cool. A collectible plate that I kind of want for $6. I don't know. Do we need another collectible plate? We have many. I don't know. There's also a Magic Kingdom one as well. I'm probably just gonna pass on those because I don't want to go too crazy with the collectible plates. We have a couple, and I don't know. We're kind of selective when it comes to the collectible plates that we have. All kinds of stuff here in these bags. There's an orange. Oh my gosh, that's an Orangeburg Flower and Garden Festival 2020 ornaments. That's cool. $13 for that though, so probably gonna pass on that. I think are these all ornaments? There's Hercules there. There's, oh my gosh, there's a Sanderson Sisters Hocus Pocus. They want $20 for that. So that's kind of like what these go for. I mean, they are Disney ornaments. They can be a little expensive, but again, it is oh my okay, that one's pretty cool. This is the we're dripping with excitement ears that Disney very quickly, they took away that saying because they realized it sounded a little dirty. That's a cool pair of ears right there though. They only want $13 for these. I don't know. I just feel like $13 for an ornament that I'm buying from Goodwill seems a little pricey, right? I mean, that's a pretty good price for ornament just in general though from the parks. These are like $25 ornaments. They're expensive in the parks. That is cool though. I don't know. We have so many Disney ornaments as it is. I love these ear ornaments though. These are my favorites. Look at that one. That is awesome. See, $25 for the 45th anniversary of Disney here. That's a cool pair of ear ornaments. If I was to ever collect ornaments, it would just be the ears. I love these. They're so cool. I have a bunch of these already. If they were like $5 a piece, I would buy them immediately, but like $20, $25, $15, maybe even $10 I would do. But otherwise, come on. I'm just saying, Goodwill. Like, as people say, you get this stuff for free. Like, just drop the price a little bit and I'll buy more stuff. I promise you, I'll buy so much crap I don't need if you just didn't overcharge so much. But all right, anyway, I'm not really finding anything Disney over here I need. I see some things I want, but just not for those prices. All right, moving on from the Disney, now diving into the media, and right away I'm seeing things like Captain Marvel 4K, which I think I already have. Not that it matters, there are no discs inside there. They also have things like The Handmaid's Tale, which I know I have some of those, I think, on Blu-ray. I'm gonna have to double check. I don't know if I have seasons 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. I might actually want to pick those up. They got all kinds of interesting stuff here. There's Zack Snyder's Justice League on Blu-ray. That's pretty awesome. There's Blacklist. They got Maleficent, Hellboy 2, Toy Story, again with the commemorative, the studio commemorative edition that I see all the time. Not obscure for some reason. There's Dread 3D, and what's this? This is Strike Back. I've never seen Strike Back. Leave your comments down below. I'm not familiar with that series. That looks interesting. There's Kick-Ass 2. I need that. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. There's Fargo season 1 on Blu-ray, Lord of the Rings Steelbook, which is pretty cool. There's the first Hellboy movie. All right, okay, we're finding some good stuff. They have definitely gotten in a bunch of stuff since last week, when it was still looking a little lackluster over here. There wasn't a ton of media. Now they've definitely restocked. There's some stuff here. So all right, oh my gosh, Friday the 13th 4 movie collection. That's pretty cool. All right, they got stuff. I'm gonna be buying something. All right, so according to my lists, I don't have season 3 at all. Season 2 I already have on Blu-ray, but season 1 I have on DVD. Again, according to what my lists tell me, and as I always say, go by what your lists say. Usually they're right, as long as you keep them up to date to some extent. So apparently I need these. I need season 1 and season 3 on Blu-ray. So I am going to pick both of these up. I will fully admit, though, haven't got around to actually watching the show yet. I know. Why am I buying these if I haven't even seen the show, or even know if I'm really going to like it enough to want to warrant keeping it in my collection? I don't know, but I don't have these, so whatever. They're only $3.99 a piece, $4 a piece. I'm gonna grab these. I'm gonna pick these up. Why the heck not? I don't know though if I want to grab anything else. I mean, yes, I do want things like Toy Story 3 for the van. I want Deadpool for the van. I want, there's Ghost in the, look at that, Ghost in the Shell 2.0. That's pretty cool. I don't need that for the van. Sleepy Hollow I would want for the van. Ant-Man I want for the van. There's a lot of stuff here I actually wouldn't mind. Look at that. There's Parasite. That's cool. There's a lot of things here I wouldn't mind getting for the van, like Hellboy 1, Hellboy 2, definitely. But I also don't really want to pay like $3 a piece, which I think is what they're charging for. Oh gosh, $4? Are they really charging $4 a piece for all their? Yikes! No, I don't want to be paying $4 a piece for stuff for the van. I can't do it. I gotta pay like $1, $2. Like $2 is kind of like what I want to be paying for stuff for the van, because stuff for the van is stuff I already own. It's movies I already have in my main collection. I'm just picking up an extra copy, so I don't want to pay that much. But $4 a piece for seasons of a show on Blu-ray that I do actually need for my main collection, that's okay. But sadly, everything else I think I'm gonna have to pass on, which is a shame, because they do actually have some really good titles. Again, I am having to talk myself out of buying things for the van on DVD that I'd rather have on Blu-ray. Was Harry and the Hendersons ever released on Blu-ray? I think it was, right? Leave a comment down below. I don't remember. Either way, though, I'm not paying $3 for a double of a DVD. Just not doing it. But there are some things here I definitely wouldn't mind picking up. I'm tempted by the Chuck Jones collection. I do have that in my main collection. That's cool. That'd be pretty awesome for the van, but I don't know if I really need that for the van. Not really something I watch all the time, so probably not something I need to pick up. But I am seeing a lot of really cool things here. Again, I just got to stick to my guns. Tell myself that if it is for the van, get it on the format you want it, and pay the price you want to pay. Yeah, there's a Seabiscuit PBS documentary. I used to have that, but got rid of it. I don't go crazy with the documentaries anymore. So all right, again, I'm seeing cool things. I'm just not really seeing anything else I need, but I'm still looking. All right, so I've gone through everything for a second, even a third time, and unfortunately, I'm not really finding anything else I need. I think it's just going to be The Handmaid's Tale. That's probably going to do it for what I'm picking up. But as I was going through everything, I started to realized something that kind of has me a little bit upset. I think they're actually raising the prices on all their media. Wasn't it $2 for a DVD, $3 for a Blu-ray, and then $1 for CDs and cassette tapes? Everything has jumped up by $1. If I'm not mistaken, all the DVDs now are $3, $2.99 a piece. All the Blu-rays are $3.99 a piece, $4, and all the cassettes and the CDs are $2 a piece. That's kind of insane. What are they charging on the $2 on the VHS as well? So everything has jumped up by $1. They're actually charging more for media now, for something that's apparently dying and that nobody wants to buy anymore. They're actually upping the price. I don't understand. Again, if I had a nickel for every time I heard somebody come over here as I'm looking through stuff and going, oh my gosh, that's a great movie. I love that movie. Man, if only we still had a DVD player. If only we still had a Blu-ray player. If only I still had a CD player. If only I still had something to actually play this media on. I hear it all the time. People just don't buy physical media that much anymore. I know. I hear maybe it's possibly on the rise, on a comeback. I have no idea. I'll wait to see if that actually happens. But why they're upping the prices, I have no earthly idea. And it's kind of a shame because I know that I will be buying less stuff. I know other people will be buying less stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've also heard from other collectors, I don't go to Goodwill anymore. Their pricing is just too high. And I agree. They're charging way too much for stuff like physical media. This should be like $1 a piece, to be honest. Like maybe $2 tops is what physical media should be. But anyway, I'm not going to pick up anything else. There are things here I would be tempted by. Maybe even like Sleepy Hollow, I would have paid $3 for, but $4, I'm not going to do it. So, all right. Again, I do see some interesting things, but nothing I necessarily need, or that at least I want to pay $3 to $4 for. I'm just not going to do it. So, all right. It's just going to be Handmaid's Tale Season 1, which you're going to have on DVD, and Season 3, which apparently I don't have at all. And maybe now that I have Seasons 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray, I'll finally get around to actually watching the show. Well, we'll see. But, all right, that's going to do it for the constantly expensive media. Anyway, all right. Goodwill, what are you doing? And yes, I did go through all the records as well, though unfortunately I'm not really finding anything in here I necessarily need, but I am getting concerned as well by the records because I'm seeing a lot of $3.99 price tags. Have they also upped the pricing? See, I don't know. I see a lot of $1.99 as well. I don't know. But have they begun to, have they begun to up the pricing on their records as well? I think maybe they're charging like $4 a piece for records now. Like, what are they charging on books? Like, geez. Goodwill. Yeah, I know I'm only adding to the problem because I shop here all the time, but it may eventually get to the point where I become one of those thrifters who also say, I don't go to Goodwill anymore. It's just way too expensive. I might have to join those people because it honestly is getting really expensive to shop here at Greedwill, as a lot of people call it. And oh my gosh, that's a cool mug. Is this like legit? I don't even know if this is legit. This might be a bootleg mug. That is really cool though. Number 1 nanny. Whoever this nanny was awesome because she liked Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. That is cool. Anyway, all right. Just out of curiosity, $6 for that. All right. This is why. Look, I shop at Goodwill a lot, but this is why I highly recommend going to the mom and pop thrift stores. You'll find better deals. I always feel like I'm having to talk myself out of buying prints of things. I don't have anywhere to hang this stuff, but I'm always seeing really cool, interesting stuff like this gamer print. That's pretty cool. That would look awesome in Sean's room. What are they asking on this? They're only asking $8. That's not a terrible price. It's also not in the best condition. A little, never mind. It's pretty well scratched up. Again, that's why the pricing can be a little crazy at these stores because I'm not paying $8 for a fairly well scratched up art print. It's pretty cool, but I'm not doing it. Jesus, that's intense. Could you imagine having what? Did somebody just have that hanging in their house? That's intense. I'm gonna pass on that. I do like this though. I like the flamingo. That's pretty cool. What are they asking? They're only asking $10. What's going for $25, I guess, at like what, I don't know, like TJ Maxx or or something like that. That is actually pretty cool. And I totally just stabbed myself. Ow, that hurt. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. That I kind of want. $10 doesn't seem bad for one that's brand new, still shrink wrapped. There's a Lord of the Rings poster up there, which is kind of neat. Anyway, I kind of want that, but again, where would I put it? What would I do with it? I have no earthly idea. I have nowhere to put it. My back now really hurts. All right, diving on into the toy section now. Not really finding anything yet, but would I have had to have picked this up if I still collected for Figment? It's not Figment, it's Goofy, but it does have Figment on the packaging. I don't know. Would that be something I would have had to have bought? Maybe. I probably would have been tempted to buy this for $5, but thankfully, no longer collect for Figment, so not gonna pick that up. They do have some Lord of the Rings here. What is this? Is this the? I think it's the. Trying to figure out, is that the movie and like the little castle thing, or is it just the castle thing? Oh no, collector's DVD set. Okay, actually, I think it's missing the DVD. I don't think the DVD is in there. That's cool though. If you had the DVD to go along with this, that's pretty neat. They're asking the $30 for that. Never mind. I take back what I said. Here's the what's this guy's name? Gudetame, right? Gudetame, the egg with the butt. That's kind of cool, but gonna end up passing on that as well. Things I don't need. So, all right, we're finding things, just not necessarily things I want. Although, as a kid, I was beyond fascinated by these. I kind of want this, but again, for $3.99 for that. I know, God, I know, right? Way too expensive. What in the heck is this? It is a Mulan Mushu, I don't know. Oh, bank? I think it's a talking bank. That is pretty awesome. So this would have been from when Mulan came out. This is definitely vintage. What are they asking on this? It's only $7. That is pretty awesome. It's seen some better days, but it's not in terrible condition. I just love Mushu, one of my favorite Disney characters. That is cool. That is tempting. But again, it's things I don't need, things I have no place for. Like, I have nothing to do with this. It's also, like I said, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's not in terrible condition. It's just not in great condition. I don't know. That is tempting. That is cool. I was gonna say, am I gonna regret not buying the Mushu? But again, where would I put it? I have nowhere to put that. It's not bad if they do it on. No, I'm not gonna pick it up. No, I'm not going to regret it. And of course, they've got a ton of Funko Pops. They got King Triton. They have Wanda, the Halloween Wanda. That's actually really awesome. I think Danielle has that one. I'm like 95% sure she has that Wanda. So doesn't need that. They got Kylo Ren, Captain Marvel, the 11th Doctor, and they also have another Dorb here. This is Han Solo. So some pretty cool Funko Pops actually. The Wanda is really neat. What are they asking on that? Only $7. Not terrible. But again, I believe Danielle has that, does not need that, and unfortunately no Vitalmations. They got Pops, they got Dorbs, they don't have any Vitalmations today. So I mean, unless there's some on the other side, there might be. So all right. Again, I'm finding cool stuff, but it's just stuff I don't need. It's stuff I'm gonna pass on. I'm kind of thinking at this point, maybe I should just title this video Greedwill, because again, I am finding cool things, but expensive cool things. Look at the Partners statue here with Walt and Mickey done in kind of like cartoon form. That is cool. I honestly wanted to pick this up. I thought, what, like $5 for this? I'm gonna grab this for the library. I can find a place to put this. They're asking $30 for this. It's not even ceramic, it's plastic, it's like vinyl. $30 for this. Honestly, not even if it was still like mint in box, but $30 opened for a cheap vinyl thing of Mickey and Walt, the partner statue. $30 for that. Nah, I'm good. All right, now I'm digging. Now I'm diving through the shelves because I need to find something. And no, it's not because I found a Philly Fanatic plush. That is pretty cool though. Again, I always love finding the Pennsylvania here in Florida. The reason why I'm really diving through all this and digging through all the plush is because I'm very tempted to pick up a couple of plush right now. Look at this. I just found 3 Stooges plush dolls with tags for only $5 a piece. They got Mo. They got Curly, but where's Where's Larry? They have no Larry. I want all 3 of them. I totally want to put, again, they're only $5 a piece with tags. I want to put these on display in the library somewhere. Those are amazing. Those are cool. But I don't want 2. I want all 3. If I can't get all 3 for 15, then I really don't want, I'm not going to buy them. And I'm going to assume because they have them there, they don't have they don't have Larry. That is a shame. Where the heck is Larry? Why would they only have 2 of the 3 Stooges? I was hoping maybe somewhere on the shelf I was gonna be like, there he is. I don't see him. That is a shame. I totally would have picked these up. These guys are cool. I want those. I want these on display in the library somewhere. I mean, they're not in the best condition. They're okay, but yeah, for 5. See, that's an okay price for $5 a piece. I would pick those up, but they don't have Larry. I even would have took Shemp. All right, well, unfortunately, I did go through all the plush. I dug through all of this, and I'm not finding a Larry, so I am going to end up having to pass on the 3 Stooges. The Mr. Well, the Pac-Man and Miss Pac. Would you call him Mr. Pac-Man? The Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are pretty awesome. Those are cool plush, but I don't know. I don't really need those. They don't have tags, so probably going to pass. Going to pass on the weird duck as well. Why is he got a flipper on his butt? I don't know what that's about. Anyway, gonna pass on that as well. I'm really bummed by the Stooges. I really wanted those. Those would have been pretty cool finds. That is a shame. I have no idea who any of these people are. Anyway, yeah, that's a bummer. All right, well, I'm thinking we're pretty much done, and all I'm picking up is the 2 Blu-ray sets, which, don't get me wrong, for $8, two seasons of Handmaid's Tale for $8, not a bad deal. But Stooges would have made today an even better deal. All right, anyway, we're pretty much done. All right, so yeah, that's gonna do it for the toy section. No Larry, unfortunately. I honestly looked through all that like 17 times. I kept thinking, maybe I missed it. Maybe did I forget to look behind this truck? Did I forget to look behind this thing? I even went around to the other side thinking maybe Larry was over there. That's a bummer. I really wanted those Stooges plush, but I'm not gonna buy just 2 out of 3. If I'm gonna get them, I gotta get all 3. And I know I could probably find the other one on eBay, or maybe someday I'll come across the other one, but I don't know. I don't work like that. So, okay, we're gonna go check to see what's up front, and then I think we're pretty much done. All right, well, unfortunately, nothing really behind the counter I have any interest in, although they do have a whole bunch of Beauty and the Beast dolls. I would be lying if I said I wasn't kind of interested in the Gaston, my favorite of the Disney villains. That is pretty cool, but I don't even want to know how much they're asking on that. If they're asking, $30 for random vinyl figures, and you saw the pricing that ow, I just hit. I'm gonna sue. I hurt my back earlier, and now just hit my elbow on one of these things. I deserve the Gaston and the partner statue for free. But anyway, you saw the pricing on the standard shelves. I can only imagine what they're asking for stuff behind the counter in this store. So I'm gonna pass on the Gaston that I do not need. I was kind of holding out hopes though that maybe for some random reason Larry would have been up here, but he is not. So all right, I do think that is going to do it for the Goodwill. That's kind of cool. But I do think that is going to do it for the Goodwill. I'm not really finding anything else I want. Although they again, Pennsylvania here in Florida. Who is this? Ron Hextall. I have no idea who that is, but obviously a goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers from 1997. I don't know. Was he good? Comments down below. I have no earthly idea. Ooh, should I get a Flyers? Do they make a hat like this with the Flyers P? I should get one of those. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it. I think we're good. I'm not really finding anything else. Again, the pricing in this Goodwill has gotten it's gotten completely, totally, 100% out of hand. So yeah, it's just gonna be these, which should only be $3 a piece, but it's just gonna be these today. All right, so yeah, that's going to do it. I don't know why I'm looking through the Disney stuff again. Although, did I completely miss over this? The Mickey Mouse Kellogg's Keebler vinyl thing from 2002. Honestly, I thought this was going to be older than 2002. That is kind of neat. Experience a magical family vacation when you visit Mickey Mouse and his friends at any of the Walt Disney World theme parks, Magic Kingdom Park, Epcot, Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, Disney's MGM Studios. That's cool. To plan your Walt Disney World vacation today, visit www.disneyworld.com. That is random. That's kind of, oh, it's a bobblehead. That is cool. They're only asking $4.99, $5 on that. That's not actually badly priced. I mean, yeah, the box is kind of beat up, but for the actual bobblehead in general, not terrible. That's cool. But again, it's something I don't need. So, all right, that's how it works. All this stuff I would actually buy, overpriced. All this stuff that I see that I go, it's cool, but I don't need it. It's well priced, or they're missing one of. Again, that's stooge. I'm not gonna get past it. I will never get over the hurt of missing one of the stooges. So, all right. Anyway, yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm finished. We're done. All right, so that's gonna do it for the the Goodwill here in Winter Garden, Florida, where I just watched a dog pee on the floor. I don't know if they allow dogs in Goodwill. I would assume they don't, but there was a dog and it was in Goodwill and it just peed on the floor. And the lady, I don't know if she cleaned it up or not. Anyway, what an interesting day. So yeah, pricing. You guys have been saying it. Comment, like, just constant comments from you guys saying, like, Goodwill, the pricing is just getting crazy. And yeah, you're not wrong. It's getting too much at Goodwill. I think they did raise the price on the media, which I'm not too thrilled about. So I'll still shop here. I'll still look around here. But let's face it, will I buy as much from here? Probably not. So it is what it is. I would have bought more stuff today. I would have bought a couple of those things today had the pricing been right, but it wasn't. So it is what it is. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it. Leave your comments down below about your thoughts on pricing at Goodwill. I know what your comments are gonna say. You're gonna say it's insane. But leave your comments down below. Do you even shop at Goodwill still? Again, I know a lot of people I have a lot of friends, and I know a lot of other thrifters who have told me they just don't even go to Goodwill anymore. They skip these stores and they go right to the mom and pop shops and stuff like that, which again, I don't blame them. If that's what you do, I don't blame you. I prefer the mom and pop shops over the Goodwills as well. I just still continue to shop here for some reason. But all right, guys, that's gonna do it. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon, check down below for links to Spreadshirt. Also check down below for a link to my other channel, Retro Rest Stop, for daily adventure videos. Hit the join button as well to gain early access on all my videos. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, I will see you guys in the next video. All right, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Stupid tree. All right, bye.